First thing you got to understand about most women is that a lot of them are liars and they have selective morality. Women do not hate cheating. They'll give up their dignity and respect for money. A lot of them can be bought.
What's going on YouTube? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, back with another video. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Your support is highly and truly appreciated. Now without further ado, let's get to today's content.
About time.
So in today's video, we have a woman exposing 5 things that most women claim they do not like, but deep down, they like them.
What are those things?
5 things that women lie on social media and claim to not like, but they actually love it.
This is going to be good.
First thing you got to understand about most women is that a lot of them are liars and they have selective morality. So they pick and choose when they want to have integrity. Coming in at number 1, because it's my favorite, is cheating. I done said this before. Women do not hate cheating. Women hate being cheated on.
Go on.
Majority of women, if you have a conversation with them, you'll find out that at some point in their life, whether they was young, old, they've been another woman, right? They've been the other woman to a man who was cheating. They had no problem being a side chick. They had no problem messing around with a man who they knew was taken. I done met so many women throughout my life. I have had to cut women off because they can't seem to stop messing with other people's men.
Friendly fire!
And I don't do that.
That makes sense because if you look at the dating marketplace, a large percentage of women are sleeping with a small percentage of guys. A small percentage of top guys, so to speak.
They will sit up in your face and tell you how horrible cheating is, but the truth is they only care when they the one being cheated on.
She's right.
And a lot of them, contrary to popular belief, don't actually hate being cheated on. They hate the embarrassment that comes with being cheated on when people find out. But if the man would cheat on her in secrecy and only him and her knew that the cheating was going on, most of them, they really don't care.
Tell me more.
Number 2, a lot of women, mistreatment, they don't hate it as long as you can compensate them for it.
You don't say.
All right? Like, you can actually mistreat them as long as the money right.
Interesting.
They'll give up their dignity and respect for money. A lot of them can be bought.
Money, 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 money.
So it doesn't matter how disrespectful that man is. It don't matter how terrible he treat her as long as the compensation adds up and makes sense.
Excellent.
Literally.
No wonder when you get on the internet, there are a lot of stories of women that claim to be in abusive relationships for years and then coming out of those relationships and just telling the world that he's been abusive. And what comes to mind is that how are you able to be in a relationship with an abusive person for years on end?
That is a very good question.
Number 3, deadbeats. Women actually love deadbeats, right? Especially when he can give her all his time.
That's insane.
You think that while she out going on these dates and he taking her out of the country and doing all of this stuff that she asking him, well, why you ain't spending this time with your kids? No, she don't care that he ain't spending this time with them kids.
Are you serious?
She don't care that she don't never hear him talking about going to get them kids. She don't care that she ain't never seen him talk about sending no money to them baby mamas. Only person she care about is her, right? As long as he treating her good. And if she got kids, she only cares about the treatment that he gives to her children. Biological, not biological, she only cares about her and her situation.
This is very interesting because you're going to find that a woman marries a successful man, a successful, hardworking, intelligent man. And this man is providing everything to her. But then this woman gets bored and goes out and cheats with someone who doesn't even care about her, a deadbeat. I think it's because of attention. The successful man that she's married to is working hard and probably has very little time for her. And what ends up happening is she has all this time to herself and she's thinking, well, my man is busy. Let me just do something on the side. When he gets back, I'll be with him.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
And they end up hanging out with the deadbeats. You can find a lot of stories about women complaining about having deadbeat partners. But when you look at it, like this woman said, that deadbeat gives her most of his time because he has nothing else to do, nothing else important, so to speak.
Attention. Number 4, women love attention. They'll sit up and tell you and lie straight to your face and tell you that they don't do this for attention. They don't do that for attention. They absolutely love attention. They love male attention.
What the hell?
Fellas, pay attention. Attention. Get it?
No, I don't get it.
As long as it's from the man that they want the attention from. All right, it only gets questionable when it's a man that they don't like. But if it's a man that they like, absolutely, absolutely. You think if her and her homegirls go out and they see a table full of fine men that they don't want to be approached and they don't want conversation had by those men? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I don't care what they telling you. It's the ugly dudes that's coming up and bothering them that they got a problem with. But they absolutely have no issue with attractive men shooting a shot, talking to them, conversating with them. They love that. They like attention.
No wonder there are videos that have already started floating on the internet of women in the gym complaining why men are not approaching. And at the same time, over the last decade, there have been videos of women complaining. We're talking about the gym here. There have been videos of women complaining that men in the gym are creepy and whatnot. And when you really think about it, what this sister said makes perfect sense.
Perfect.
If the guy is attractive, if the man is the type of man that a woman wants, then you won't hear a woman complaining that she's being approached by a creepy person, but rather they crave that man's attention.
Exactly.
They go out of their way for attention. They'll throw other women under the bus for attention. They'll do a lot of things to get attention. Don't believe that. Number 5, marriage. Majority of these women absolutely wanted marriage.
You don't say.
A lot of these women who accepted these babies in the ring, yeah, they wanted to be married. When you go into the comment section of women who getting proposed to, women who getting married, look at that comment section. Just full of women just wanting that to be them, wishing that had been them, right? It just didn't end up being them. You know, they'll sit up and tell you stuff like, if I wanted to be married, I could. Yeah, you could, to some loser, some ugly loser. But the man who you actually would want to be married to, no, you couldn't just be married to him because he'd actually have to ask you. And he's not doing that.
And sometimes the truth hurts, but it must be accepted.
You know that, we know that. The men that you want to marry you are not marrying you. So no, you don't have the ability to marry the men that you want. You could get married. Anybody could get married. Getting married to the person that you actually want to be married to is a completely different story. But yes, if they could actually be married to the men that they want, they would.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Oh, it does. It does.
When it comes to marriage, most women want to get married. I mean, even if a woman is a side chick, at the moment, she will willingly be a side chick to a man so that if there can be any chance that she can be upgraded from the side chick to a main chick, to a wife, women are going to take that chance.
Yes, we will.
And another thing that comes into play is that women are the gatekeepers of sex. Men are the gatekeepers of relationships and ultimately marriage. Like the sister said, anyone can get married. Women can get married at any time. But the question is, are they getting married to the men that they want?
That is a very good question.
And that seldom happens to most women. And that's why most women end up settling. They're settling because that was the only option they had at that time.
He's right.
And that is why most women that think they are settling, they aren't settling. They're just getting what they deserve.
Let that sink in. That's not nothing.
Most women that think they're settling end up being horrible partners to the men that they have married.
He ain't lying.
And that is because they think they can do better than what they have, which in real sense isn't true.
You're goddamn right.
Let's look at the comments. We have this comment right here. A lot more women have a H mentality than they are willing to admit. That's why a lot of guys act the way that they do. I think this is true for most women. One of the things that feminism brought to the Western society and the world in general is sexual liberation. Most women think that being promiscuous is sexual liberation until they are at an older age where they've had their fun and they're less attractive than they were in their younger years, and they're starting to wonder where all the men that they previously had access to have gone to.
You are cooked.
This guy is saying, although that's right about everything, number 5 is a bit questionable. They want the ring, they want the wedding, the pics, the status, the benefits, etc. But they don't actually want to be married because they don't want to be wives, especially not for better or worse. Once they realize they got to stop doing certain things and start doing others, they start claiming they're unhappy and it's only a matter of time before she's filing for divorce or cheating. Exactly as I said previously, women that get married and think they're settling with the man they're marrying, those are the women that end up miserable in their marriages because they think they can do better. They think that they could do better, but instead they are where they are. And this leads to a whole lot of problems like divorce and cheating and whatnot.
Exactly.
This comment says, hear me out. This applies to a high percentage of black women and a slightly lower percentage of other races. Bullshit.
Oh my God, bro.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Another comment. The very first thing we have to understand is that women are liars. There is always an exception to the rule. But most women would rather have men think that they are pure angelic beings rather than dirty, wicked beings. It is the deception that matters for women, because once a woman fails to uphold the image that she is pure, she is innocent, she is angelic, like feminists want us to believe, then she's basically cooked, because no one wants a woman that is crooked, that has a bad reputation.
It's true. It's true.
Another comment, women looking at this post.
Oh!
Yeah, they can't like the video because they're being exposed. So naturally they're going to frown at this. So there you have it, folks. That's all I had for you today. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is highly and truly appreciated.